Hello and welcome to part 3 of the series, How to Get Scholarship for Research Masters and PhD. Today in part 3, we're going to be talking about how to identify your research area. Sit back, relax to learn more about this. Welcome back to another video. My name is Dr. Justice Ogoro. I'm a licensed Canada immigration consultant and I make video content on how to help you achieve your dream of coming to Canada and how to help you get scholarship for research masters and PhD programs. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to this channel and you're welcome. Hit the bell icon so you get notified each time I get a new video. For my previous subscribers, you're welcome as well. So today we're going to be talking about identifying your research area. Remember, this is a series. This is part 3. Part 1, we talked about target schools with funding upon admission. Target schools, the second one is meet or exceed the admission requirements. So part 3, we are talking about identifying your research area. Imagine your prospective supervisor is sitting down in front of you and is asking you, what is your research area? What are you going to answer? What would be your response? If you stutter or you find it difficult to answer, you are giving the supervisor that the sign that you don't know what you want to research in and you are not going to be a good fit for him or her to take on as a student. That is why they will not accept you, because no supervisor wants a student that cannot do research. You must demonstrate you can do research. And one of the areas you can do that is when you're communicating with them. Communicate with confidence, specifically articulating your research area. So let me give you an example how to do this. I will explain with 2 examples, okay? And I can do this in any field. My background is law. I'm going to do it with law, and I'm going to do it with public health. Any discipline you give me, I can help you drill down. Okay, you want to research in law, fine. What is it about law you want to research in? What area of law do you want to research in? You have criminal law, law of evidence, intellectual property law, banking, insurance, tax, you name it. Endless opportunities, you understand, in law. You want to do everything? No. So tell the supervisor, I want to research in my case, what you're passionate about. I want to research in intellectual property. Okay. Intellectual property is wide. What area of intellectual property? Because in intellectual property, you have copyrights, trademarks, patents. What area of intellectual property? I drill down to copyright. What is it about copyright you want to research in? And I looked at the fact that I just don't want to do copyright. I want to do something that is interdisciplinary in nature. What has been very problematic for the copyright industry? I brought in digital technology. It has been very challenging to make reforms to copyright laws. I brought in legislative reforms in copyright. So you see how I've been able to identify my research area. I drill down from law to intellectual property, from intellectual property, a broad area, to copyright, a subset of the universal set of intellectual property. And I drill down to what aspect of copyright, the right that brought a lot, the aspect that has brought a lot of challenges to copyright in the digital era. Digital technology. And so we need to update our laws to keep in line with the volatile nature of digital technology and how it is disrupting the copyright landscape. And so I coined my research area. So that is for me coming from law. Let me use an example with public health, okay, with something that is very current right now, talking about COVID-19. Let's say you're a doctor or a nurse or a healthcare practitioner in medical sciences, you want to do something in public health. And then your supervisor is sitting in front of you and asking you, okay, Justice, what area do you want to research in public health? What's your research area? I say, well, public health. What aspect of public health? If I can't answer, that is a negative for me. So I tell you how to do it using the same principle I used in law. What area of public health? I'm not a public health professional, but I'm going to give you the example that I know. I want to talk about, because public health I know is wide, very wide. So you talk about, I want to focus on infectious diseases. Infectious diseases. There are so many of them. Do you want to research the whole infectious diseases? Of course, your answer is no. So I narrow it down to infectious disease from broad area of public health to infectious diseases, I narrow it down to COVID-19. Okay, to make it current so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, COVID is wide. People are saying a lot of things about COVID. What aspect of COVID-19 do you want to research in? And I say, okay, COVID-19 is wide. There are several areas. Now, let me just give you a list of the areas. There is origin of COVID-19. There is transmission of COVID-19. There is treatment of COVID-19. There is vaccine development of COVID-19. There is efficacy of the vaccine of COVID-19. Which one do you want? Pick one. You pick treatment of COVID-19. Oh, treatment of COVID-19. There are several. To focus on treatment or vaccination or vaccine, the variants that are resistant to vaccines. So whichever area, just pick one. Let's say, for example, we want to talk about treatment of COVID-19. So you see how you have drilled down to a broad area of medical science to infectious diseases. From infectious diseases, you drill it down to COVID-19. From COVID-19, you further drill it down to treatment of COVID-19. And when the supervisor asks you, you say, I want to research in infectious diseases, specifically COVID-19, and I will focus on the treatment of COVID-19. So you see, you have an area. It makes the professors feel good. You know what you're talking about, and they'll be willing to take you on as a student. This is the end of the third series. The part 4 series is coining a research question. Smash the like button so that the YouTube algorithm will show this video to several persons who need this knowledge, and subscribe to